Hello and welcome back to another section of this video where we will extend this disk. You can see in Linux box we have 5 GB data volume, okay, which we have added in our last video, and in Windows you can see we have 5 GB data volume, okay. So let me go to my console here, okay. So if you have not watched my previous video, you can watch that video and then you can come to this video. Then you will get a good idea how we can work with the EBS volumes. Okay, so in Windows, let me go to storage volume. Let's just click on this 5 GB data disk, and here go to action, modify volume. We can create 10 GB. Okay, so let's modify. Okay, so disk we have modified here, and you can see it is in use and modifying. If you will refresh this, you can see it is 99% completed. Just go to this Windows server. Okay, you can see public IP is 34.204.14.27. You can see this same. Okay, so let's go to this section and then go to computer management, or maybe you can click on this server manager, storage pools. So here you're not able to see any space which is unallocated, but after few minutes you will able to see the space here which is unallocated. Okay, so we have to wait for some time and it will show up. Okay, so in the meantime go to Ubuntu machine, click on storage, click on this data volume which is 5 GB, select this volume, go to action, modify, and then increase to 8 GB. Okay, so both volume we have increased. Let's refresh this machine. If we will click on this Windows, go to storage, you can see we have increased to 10 GB. Linux we have increased to 8 GB. Okay, in Windows let's go once again and close this and open once again computer management, go to disk management. Okay, it is not showing. Maybe let me click on this server manager, click on all server, file and storage, volumes, you can see D drive. Here also it is not showing, so I'm not sure why it is taking too much time. Okay, it should show that volume. Okay, no problem, we will check. First we will finish this Linux. So if you will see in Linux, you can see still it is 5 GB. Okay, but we have extended to 8 GB. So now run this command fdisk-l. Once again, this command. Here you can see disk is now 8 GB. Okay, if you will scroll up little up, you can see previous disk was 5 GB. Okay, this one. So it is extended. Okay, but here we are not able to see. So what we have to do, we have to extend this volume using xfs grow command. So first, before that, we have to run this command blkid. If you will see this volume, you can see type is xfs. Okay, so to increase xfs volume, what you have to do, you have to click on xfs underscore grow fs. Okay, and this volume, that's it. If you will click on this command once again, you can see this disk has been increased. Okay, so in Linux you are able to increase. Suppose in blkid sometimes you will see ext4. Okay, so to extend that volume you have to type this command resize to fs. Okay, and the same volume name, maybe this one. Okay, this command will work, just for your information. I'm canceling this. Now let's go to Windows once again. Let's refresh this 2-3 times. Let's close this. Let's close this server manager also. I will open once again server manager. Click on all server. Click on file and storage. Click on disk. I am not sure why it is not showing. Okay, because it is showing those disks. Let's click on this. It is still showing 4.9 GB. Let's check in computer management. In disk management, okay, it is not showing. Maybe let me see here what is happening. In Windows it is 10 GB. Click on 10 GB. GB2. But here it is not showing. Maybe there is a glitch, but it is showing the volumes whenever we are extending, but this time it is not showing a unallocated space. We show once again. Click on computer management. Close this. Refresh. Okay, so let's do one thing. Disconnect this and cancel this, and now reboot this instance. Okay, due to some reason it is not showing, but you don't have to reboot the instance. Okay, but I'm not sure why in my case it is not showing. So let's reboot this and just wait when it is coming up. So to see that, you can also click on action monitoring and get instance screenshot. Okay, so it is saying it is initializing or shut down. Let me refresh once again. Okay, so I think it is shutting down and restarting. We have to wait. Let me click once again, action, monitoring, get instant screenshot. You can see it is loading. If you will refresh this, you can see it is loaded. Okay, so let's go once again, click on this, and I think I have to see. I think I forgot this password. I have to fetch the password again. I will click on this action, security, get Windows password, upload the spam file and decrypt. Let's click on this, and password I will copy and paste. Yes. Okay, now let's see if we are able to see the disk now. So it is logging in, desktop is coming, it is come. I will click on Windows, this PC, you can see still 5 GB. Click on right click on this Windows, computer management, click on disk management. Okay, now see 5 GB you can see unallocated. Okay, so I don't know previously why it was not showing, because it should show, but maybe. So you have to click on right click on this volume and extend volume, next, and then you can click on next and finish. Okay, here if you will refresh, you can see you have 10 GB volume. Okay, now let me tell you one thing. Okay, in Windows, open this PowerShell. Okay, so you have to open the PowerShell with administrator command. Suppose you have logged in with the normal user, you have to open PowerShell with administrator. So now type get -disk. Maybe this is the correct command, get disk. But let's wait if it is running. Maybe our PC is slow because we are using T2 micro. Okay, so it is not running. Maybe the command is get -disk. Okay, so if you will see this command, you can see this volume. Okay, and it is 0 serial number. So by this thing you can easily identify which volume related to which disk number. Okay, so disk number, if you will see here in the computer management, you can see disk 0, disk 1. So disk 1 is D drive. Okay, so here disk 1 is this one. So this volume is the D drive volume 572. If you will minimize this, click on Windows, storage, you can see 572. Okay, so this information you can get from this console also. It is very easy to understand. Okay, and AWS is also having one utility, so that is also useful. So maybe this is the command by which you can check which disk is for which volume. Suppose you have 10 disk, so you will able to identify like the disk number is 056 and corresponding to volume number. So you can think what volume you have to increase. Okay, so minimize this, go to Linux box. Here simply you can see this xvdf. Okay, but here you can see stf. Okay, so how you will identify this volume? Suppose you have many volumes. Okay, so this letter ftf, suppose we will add one more disk. Okay, so let's example. So what I will do in Linux, I will add one more volume. So let's see. So I will, you can see this is instance is in US East 1B. Okay, go to volume, create volume, maybe 2 GB, US East 1B. Okay, so 2 GB volume I'm creating. So let's attach this volume. Maybe I will refresh this, and let's attach this volume in the Linux box. You can see xdg. Okay, you can see new Linux kernel may rename your device to xvdf through xvdp internally when even the device name enter here is showing xdf stp. So what it is saying? It is saying, so if this device will stg, okay, so what will happen? You will see xvdg. I'm not sure if you're able to understand. So you can ignore this previous three words and here previous two words. The third letter is defining the disk. So suppose let me attach this. So I have attached. Here type fdisk -l. You can see xvdg. Okay, if you will click on this server, if you will refresh this server, you can see sdg and here xvdg. So suppose if anyone will say you have to increase this volume. Okay, so suppose user will say you have to increase this volume. Okay, so this volume you can say, okay, in the console it will be xdf, this volume. So by this you can easily identify which volume you have to increase. Okay, and the process is same. So maybe I will format this partition in ext4. So let's do it. So first of all I will do mkfs dot ext4 and right click. Okay, so here if you will run blkit, you can see this partition is in ext4. Okay, and let me create one directory, data1, and mount this. Data1. Okay, so what I am trying to make you understand, suppose this is the xfs volume and this is the ext4 volume. So if you have to extend this ext4, so let's go back, click on this volume, this is 2 GB volume, and click on select this volume and increase this volume by 1 GB. Okay, so I have increased this volume. Now come here, fdisk -l, fdisk -l. You can say it has been increased, but if you will check df-kh, here it is not increased. Okay, so to increase this, now you don't have to run xfs_growfs. Okay, this command will not work because the partition is formatted in ext4. So to run this to extend this volume, you have to run resize to fs and right click. Okay, so now you can see it has been increased by 1 GB. So here I have okay, so here you have learned how to extend XFS, how to extend EXT. Okay, so generally you will get these two volume only, so maybe you are good, and you cannot, you can also identify which volume is related to which disk inside the OS. So that's it for this video. If you like